All right, good morning. Today what we will be doing is completing a UIalert hack witch. So let's just go and get this puppy started here. So UIalert. Make sure you have your organization name, identifier, storyboard for the user interface. And create. There we go. I'm going to pop in my storyboard really quick here, and what we're going to do is add a UI navigation. So remember how we do that is we click up here in our view controller. We go to editor, embed in, and navigation controller. Editor, embed in, navigation controller. You do have to click that yellow dot before clicking editor to get this option. All right, you can also do it down here. Just learned that today. So navigation controller can also be accessed right there. All right, remember this screen means nothing. We're going to slide over. Here we're going to add two things today. We're going to add our label and we're going to add, what is it called? Let's go and bar button item. Bar button item, and we're going to drag that, put that up here in the top right hand corner. All right, and instead of it being system item, we want the add button. All right, so we're going to change that system item to add. You can see that there's a bunch of images here that Apple uses in their navigation bar up there. So they have such things as bookmarks, stop, refresh, all that stuff that you guys are probably used to. Play forward, rewind. We're just gonna use the add. From what I know, they all kind of work the same. It's just kind of the image that is up there. All right. So now we have these two things. We're gonna go into our assistant editor, start hooking some stuff up. Just gonna get rid of this and get rid of this and that. All right, so like I mentioned, we're going to be creating something called the alert. All right, so we're going to hook up our label as an outlet. I'm going to name this name label. All right, and we're going to hook up our add button up here as, we'll say add button. What's going to happen is I'm going to press this add button and an alert will pop up for me to type in my name, my first name, my last name, and it'll appear in the label, as well as change the background color to blue. So the first thing that we need to do in our add button is create the idea for our alert. All right. What I mean, I'll explain what I mean by that. So I'm actually going to type this in here. Create the alert. I'm going to put it in parentheses because, like I said, it's kind of the idea of the alert. So we're going to say let alert equal UI alert controller. All right, now notice, once again, I'm letting my computer code for me. The title of this alert is going to be what's your name? So this is going to be the big title that's in bold text. The message is going to say nil. So this would be like the subtitle essentially is the message. And our preferred style is going to be .alert. So now, since we're letting the user input their first name and their last name, we need a text field. So now we're going to create the text fields. All right, and remember the 2 forward slashes is called a comment. So I'm just using these comments as notes for you guys to better understand. So we're going to say alert, add text field. I'll just type it in. Alert, add text field. UI text field in UI text field dot placeholder equals first name. All right. So essentially what I did was I said, in my alert, I'm adding a text field. For the UI text field, the UI text field placeholder will say first name. All right. So I'm just going to take this. This is my first text field. I'm going to make another one. Remember, code reads top to bottom, so this is going to say last name. All right. And let's see. So after that, I'm still on my button here. Give myself some more room. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my cancel button. All right. At the bottom of your alerts, you either see an OK button, a cancel button, an enter button, so on and so forth. So now we're going to create our cancel. So we'll say let cancel equal UI alert action. So title. The title of this action is going to be cancel. The style is going to be .cancel. So the title, remember, is just, I could make that say exit. I could make it say decline. I want to say cancel, but the style .cancel is just going to back you out of the alert, and my handler is going to be nil. Now I'm going to create the OK button, and this is going to be a little more confusing because it's going to actually do something. So UI alert action, and pop in that title again. So that title is going to say OK. You could have it say enter, whatever you want. The style is going to be default, and my handler is going to be, I'm actually going to delete my handler. That's right. So this I am going to delete. And open parenthesis, enter. So now I have, I'm going to tell the computer what I want it to do. So I'm going to say, in this action, under the self.view.background color is going to change to UI color.blue. Really hoping that error goes away. All right, we're also going to say, we're going to create some constants. So we're going to say let first name equal whatever comes out of the alert dot text field, the first one, which is index number 0. Remember, in code, indexes start with 0, so this alert right up here that I presented is in the placeholder 0. This is in placeholder 1. So I'll say let last name equal alert dot text fields question mark parenthesis 1 dot text. Now we're going to say, hey, this name label dot text is going to equal. So now we're going to pull the first name and the last name. So I'm going to say, I'm going to call it a string. So I'm going to start with that parenthesis or that quote. Say it's going to equal first name or it's going to equal, if there's nothing in there, we'll just give it 2 parentheses. We'll say nothing. And I'm going to get a little creative here. We're going to put in another one. We're going to say this is going to be last name or nothing. So this string reads, it's going to pull a string, which is first name. If there's nothing there, it's just going to appear as no string, no name. I put a space right here so that when I do get a first name and last name, there's a space between it. And you guys will see how that works once we run. So after this, squiggly, this is everything that's going to happen in this OK action. Remember, nothing happens in our cancel button. Now we created, these are pretty much ideas. We've never, well, let me put it this way. These are all constants, right? Cancel, OK. Even the alert, we haven't presented it yet. We haven't told the computer to actually make it yet. So what we need to do is we need to say alert. We have to add action. We're going to add the cancel action to the alert. Alert. We have to add action, the OK. And I'm pulling these, cancel and OK from these. You're going to see those go away. So I added now these actions to the alert, and now I have to actually present the alert. All right. So let's go ahead and run this, and we'll see what happens. Oh boy. Let's change that. My plus button. What's your name? That is our title. If I would have had a message in there, it would have showed up in smaller lettering below there. My first name, Brandon. Last name, Ignarski. Hit OK. Oops, I forgot to make my label big enough. But if this label, we stretch this out, it would appear as Brandon space Ignarski. All right. There you go. There's how you make an UI alert with text fields. There's a lot more you can do with that if you look into what's online. All right. Hopefully that helps you with your future apps. Thank you. Bye-bye.